Hi guys, this is Mirkan Baloch from Karachi. Today I am going to share a video in English because I was told to share a video in English from Sir Said, Sir Suleiman, Sir Noor, Madam Sabah and Miss Amreen. This video is also about an English topic, that is narrations. Narrations are also known as speeches. For knowing narration, we have to know the kinds of sentences. Let's discuss the kinds of sentences. We are having four kinds of sentences. The first one is declarative sentences, second one is interrogative, third one is imperative, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. If we know these four kinds of sentences thoroughly, then we will not face any difficulties in narrations. Let's know the first one. The first one is declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are simply statements. Either these statements can be positive or negative, but they are statements like Ali is going, he eats fruit, he does not like mango. These are the declarative sentences. The second one is interrogative sentences. We use interrogative sentences for asking about a question or seeking for information. There are two types of interrogative sentences. The first one is WH question and the second one is yes no questions. The question that begins with WH, we call them WH question. Let's take an example that what are you doing? How are you? These are WH questions because these questions are beginning with WH. And the second one is yes no question. Yes no question means the question that starts with modal verbs or helping verbs. We call them yes no question because in yes no question we give the answer in two ways, yes or no. That's why we call them yes no question. See an example. Can I take your mobile? The third kind is imperative sentences. We use imperative sentences to give commands, advices, requests, or orders. Suppose let's take an example in order that stand up, get out. These are orders. And the second one is in request, we use that please bring that duster, please call my brother. These are the requests. Okay, same here we give the commands or advices in imperative sentences. These sentences mostly begin with verbs. And the fourth and last kinds of sentences is exclamatory sentences. We use exclamatory sentences for strong feelings and expressions. Let's see the examples. Alas, we lost our friend. Hurrah, we won the match. Now we have discussed the kinds of sentences, let's know the narration. The word narration means story. There are two types of narrations. The first one is direct narration and the second one is indirect narration. The first one is direct narration, repeating the exact words of a speaker before anyone without any grammatical changes is called direct narration. As we can do copy and paste in computer or mobile, same here. Just here we are repeating the exact words of a speaker that the speaker has told to us to forward it to the third man. If we see the structure of a direct narration, we will have reporting speech, reporting verb, comma, inverted commas or quotation mark, reported speech, reported verb. Let's take an example of direct narration. He said to me, I'm going to school. He said to me, this is our reporting speech. And in reporting speech, we are having our reporting verb that is said. After that we are having comma, then inverted commas, or we can say quotation mark. After that, in inverted commas, we are having our reported speech. In reported speech, we are also having our reported verb, that is going. It means the main verb. After that, inverted commas close. This is our direct narration. The second one is indirect narration. Repeating the words spoken to you without the actual speech by a speaker is called an indirect narration. Indirect narration, we are repeating the exact words that has been spoken by the speaker. But in indirect speech, we are changing the speech or words that has been spoken by the speaker. If we see the structure of an indirect narration, in indirect narration we are having reporting speech, reported speech, conjunction if needed, because sometimes we do not need any conjunction. Just if we see that sentence that I have told you, that he said to me, I am going to school. We can change this sentence into indirect narration, that he told me that he was going to school. If we see in this sentence, we are not having any comma, inverted marks. Here we are just having reporting speech and reported verb and conjunction. Conjunction is that simply. Do you know how I have changed I into E? This is also a rule in narration that is known as Sun rules. S means subject, O means object, and N means no change. The first person of the reported speech, it means I and we, will be changed according to the subject of reporting speech. Second person of the reported speech, it means you, will be changed according to the object of reporting speech. Third person third person of the reported speech, it means he, she, it, or they, will not be changed. They will remain as they are in indirect speech. Let's take another example to understand the Sun rules. She said to him, you speak English. This is a direct narration. If we change into indirect narration, then we will get the indirect narration. She told him that he spoke English. If we see in direct narration, we are having the you, it means second person. Then usually we change the second person of the reported speech into the object of the reported speech. If we see the object of reported speech, we are having M. Then we change the object pronoun of M into subject pronoun. It means object pronoun is M, then we change into subject pronoun, that is E, and the tense will be changed. As you all know that while we are changing a direct narration into an indirect narration, we change the tenses as well. But there are some tenses that cannot be changed. The first one is past perfect continuous, second one is past perfect, and the third one is all future tenses. Except these tenses, all tenses will be changed while we are changing a direct narration into an indirect narration. Past simple will be changed into past perfect, past continuous will be changed into past perfect continuous, present simple will be changed into past simple, present continuous will be changed into past continuous, present perfect will be changed into past perfect, present perfect continuous will be changed into past perfect continuous, present simple octave will be changed into past simple octave. If I give the example of each one, then it's take much time. That's why I'm giving some examples. The first one is tenses that can be changed. The first one is present simple into past simple. If we see the direct narration, they said, we believe on one God. They said, we believe on one God. If we change into an indirect narration, then we will get. They said that they believed on one God. Here we have changed the tenses. Same as if we move to the second one, present continuous into past continuous, that the direct narration is, I said I am suffering from hunger. If we change into indirect narration, then we will get that I said that I was suffering from hunger. Same here we can change the tenses, that I have told you. So now we can take the examples of tenses that cannot be changed. The first one is past perfect continuous. She said I had been working since morning. If we change into an indirect narration, then we get that she said that she had been working since morning. Here just we have changed the pronoun, not the tense, because this tense cannot be changed. Same in past perfect or in all future tense that cannot be changed. They will remain same in indirect narration as they are in direct narration.
If you take a look to these sentences, then you will see that we have followed the sun rule. It means we have changed the pronouns. It must be followed in narration. These all sentences are statements. It means these all sentences are declarative sentences.
If you take a look to these declarative sentences, then you will see a common thing in all sentences. These all sentences are joined by using conjunction that. Now it is obvious that in indirect narration, instead of commas, we put conjunction that to join declarative sentences. There are three major rules that you have to know while you are changing a direct narration into an indirect narration. The first rule is, if the reporting verb is in the past, the sentence can be transferred from direct into indirect narration. If you observe the sentences that I have told to you, these all were having past reporting verb. That's why we have changed them. The second rule is, if the reporting verb is in the present or future, the sentence cannot be transferred from direct into indirect. If we are having a present reporting verb,
Or a future reporting verb.
then the direct and indirect narrations will be same. Just we change the pronoun. The third rule is, if the direct sentence is a universal or general truth, it will remain unchanged in indirect narration. Suppose if we are having a universal fact, then it will remain same in indirect narration as well.
I have given you many examples of first rule. Let's take an example of second rule. The direct narration is, they say we play football. If we change into indirect narration, then they say that they play football. Here we didn't change the tense. We just change the pronoun because we are having the present reporting verb. Likewise, if we take a look to an example of third rule, the direct narration is, Ali said God is one. If we change into indirect narration, then Ali said that God is one. Here we didn't change the tense because it's a general fact that God is one.
Now I am going to talk about interrogative sentences, that how we can join interrogative sentences in narrations. As I told you, there are two types of interrogative sentences. The first one is yes no questions and the second one is WH family. We use interrogative sentences to ask questions to get information. Let's talk about yes no questions, that how we can join yes no questions in narration. The verb that is presented in reporting speech it means the reporting verb will be changed into ask, because we are asking a question, therefore the reporting verb is changed into ask in indirect narration. And instead of comma and quotation marks, we put if or whether to join the reporting and reported speech. Or after that, the question became a statement. Pronouns and tense are obviously will be changed, but here we will change the reporting verb into asked. Instead of comma we put if or whether. After that the statement after that the question became a statement. Let's see the examples. The first one is, Ali said to me, are you going to school? And in indirect narration, Ali asked me if I was going to school. Here you can see that the reporting verb changed into asked, and after that we put if instead of comma and in quotation marks. Then we have the question became a statement, and obviously we have changed the tense. Let's see the second one. He said, do they love their country? This is a direct and we change it into indirect. It will be, he asked if they loved their country. Here also we have changed the reporting verb. After that we put if, and we have with the question became a statement. The second one is WH family. Yes no questions and WH family both are similar to each other in narration. Just the difference is that in yes no questions we put if or whether instead of quotation marks and comma. But here we do not need to do like this. We just remove the quotation mark and comma, and the word and the WH word that is presented in direct speech, it will be same in indirect speech. We do not need to change anything, but the all things are similar to yes no questions. Here we also change the reporting verb into asked. Then after that the statement, the question became a statement. Okay, let's see the example. The first example is, Zen said to me, what are you doing? Zen said to me, what are you doing? If we change into an indirect speech, then Zen asked me what I was doing. Here just we have changed the reporting verb into asked, then what will remain same, and the pronouns and the tense will obviously will be changed, and the next one is this question became a statement. Now the third kind of the sentences, that is imperative sentences. As I told you, we use imperative sentences for request, command, order, advices. Let's know how can we change imperative sentences in narration. If the sentence expresses order, command, request, advice, or invitation, under the inverted commas, we have to follow these rules. The first rule is the reporting verb change into ordered, told, requested, advised, urged, or forbid. According to the situation, we change the reporting verb. The second rule is that imperative mood is changed into infinitive mood. And the third rule is there must be an object after the reporting verb in the indirect speech, whether it is available in direct speech or not. It means we have to add an object after the reporting verb in indirect narration, whether it is available in direct speech or not. See the examples, then you will understand that how we can change it. The first example is, he said, please do my homework. Here you can say that the guy is requesting. Then we change the reporting verb into requested. He requested me to do my homeworks. Here you can see that we have changed the reporting verb into requested because we have changed it according to the direct narration. And the second one is in direct narration we are not having an object, but in direct we have to put an object. It's a rule. And after that we put to join the reporting and reported speech. I hope you are getting. Take a look to the second example, that is a negative sentence. She said, not follow the role models. If we change it into indirect narration, then she told us not to follow the role models. Here we also have changed the reporting or according to the situation, and then we put not, because here not means here we are showing that this is a negative, that's why we put not after the to. Finally, the last kind of sentences, exclamatory sentences. We use exclamatory sentences for strong feeling or expression. Let's see that how we can change exclamatory sentences in narration. We change an exclamatory sentence by adding these phrases. The phrases are exclaimed with joy, sorrow, and wonder before the reported speech. Let's see the example, then you will know it in a great way. We said, alas, we lost the battle. Here you can say that in direct narration we are having a sad expression. Then the reporting verb will be changed, exclaimed with sorrow. Okay, let's see the whole sentence. We exclaimed with sorrow that we had lost the battle. Here we remove the inverted comma or comma, then we put that to join the reporting and reported speech. Take a look to the second example. He said, "Hurrah! I got first position." Here you can see that the guy is having a happy moment. Then we change the reporting verb, exclaimed with joy. Let's see the whole sentence. He exclaimed with joy that he had got first position. Here as we change reporting verb into exclaim with joy, then we join reporting and reported verb with that. Okay. Changing of words in narrations. There are some words, if you are having these words in direct narration, then you have to change these words in indirect narrations. See this table, then you will understand. This will be changed into that, these into those, here, there, ago, before, today, that day, the last night, previous night, yesterday, previous day, now, then, tonight, that night, tomorrow, next day, next week, coming week, or following week, come, go, can, could, may, might, will, would, ought to, shall, should. Nowadays, those days, must, add to. Okay, this is a simple list for changing the words in narration. I hope that after watching this video, you will not need any material to read about narration. If you like this video, then please pass a comment, subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share it. Thank you for watching my video.